The first rider lasted 8 seconds. The second rider lasted 5. The third never even made it onto the saddle before the massive black horse rose on its hind legs like a demon unleashed and sent him crashing into the dirt. By sunset, the entire Texas rodeo arena had turned into chaos. Dust swirled through the air. Medics rushed across the field. Wealthy horse trainers shook their heads in disbelief. Cowboys whispered that the animal was cursed. And standing in the center of it all was a jet-black stallion named Midnight Fury, a horse worth millions, feared by champions, and hated by owners who believed he was impossible to tame. Then, from the far edge of the crowd, a homeless black man in torn boots stepped forward. People laughed before he even reached the gate. He smelled like dust and rain. His coat was ripped at the sleeves. His beard was rough and gray. He looked like someone life had forgotten. Security guards moved toward him, expecting trouble. The audience mocked him loudly, recording on their phones as if this would become the funniest moment of the day. But when the horse saw him, everything changed. Midnight Fury stopped screaming, stopped kicking, stopped fighting, and lowered his head. Before we continue, if you believe kindness matters more than appearances and that everyone deserves a second chance, take a moment to like this video, comment where you're watching from, share this story with someone who needs inspiration, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories like this. No one in that massive Texas stadium knew the homeless man's name. To them, he was just another forgotten face that wandered city streets asking for spare change. But his name was Elijah Turner, and years ago, people used to cheer for him too. Long before he became homeless, Elijah had been one of the most gifted horse trainers in America. He grew up on a small ranch in Oklahoma with his father, a quiet man who believed horses understood pain better than humans did. Elijah spent his childhood sleeping in barns, waking before sunrise, and learning how to calm frightened animals. Horses trusted him in ways they trusted no one else. By age 25, Elijah had become a rising legend in the rodeo world. Wealthy ranch owners flew him across the country to tame aggressive horses. He had money, fame, and a beautiful wife named Naomi, who believed his talent would change their lives forever. Then tragedy arrived without warning. One rainy night, Elijah and Naomi were driving home after celebrating their anniversary when a drunk driver slammed into their car. Elijah survived. Naomi didn't. That night destroyed him. He blamed himself for surviving. He stopped training horses. He sold his ranch. Alcohol replaced purpose. Depression swallowed him whole. Friends disappeared when the money ran out. Within 3 years, Elijah lost everything, including his home. For nearly a decade, he drifted through shelters and bus stations across Texas, carrying only a photograph of Naomi inside his coat pocket. People looked through him like he didn't exist, until the day he met Midnight Fury. 2 weeks before the competition, Elijah had been sleeping behind an abandoned warehouse near Dallas when he heard violent crashing sounds coming from a nearby livestock transport trailer. Curious, he stumbled toward the noise and found a terrified black stallion trapped inside a narrow metal container. The horse was panicking, slamming its body against steel walls while workers shouted and beat the trailer with rods to force it still. Elijah immediately recognized fear in the animal's eyes. It wasn't rage, it was trauma. He learned the horse had been shipped from overseas after its wealthy owner died. The new owners discovered it was impossible to ride and decided to enter it into the Texas Challenge Tournament as a final publicity stunt before selling it. If no rider succeeded, the horse would likely be euthanized. Elijah spent the next several nights secretly sneaking into the stable. He brought apples stolen from grocery bins and sat silently outside Midnight Fury's stall. He never forced contact, he simply sat there. Slowly, the horse began trusting him. For the first time in years, Elijah felt alive again. When competition day arrived, he came only to watch. He stood outside the arena fence as elite riders failed one after another. Some insulted the horse, others beat it after being thrown off. The crowd turned cruel. They wanted entertainment. They didn't see suffering. Then the event host announced something shocking. Any person who could successfully ride Midnight Fury for 60 seconds would win the untouched grand prize of $1.5 million. The audience erupted. Even injured riders considered trying again. That was when Elijah stepped forward. The laughter was immediate. Security blocked him, assuming he was drunk or desperate for money. Wealthy ranch owners mocked his appearance. Social media influencers filmed him and posted cruel captions. But Elijah calmly pulled an old photograph from his wallet. It showed a younger version of himself standing beside championship horses covered in trophies. One retired rodeo judge recognized him instantly. The entire stadium went silent. Elijah Turner, people whispered. The fallen legend. The forgotten genius. The man everyone thought was dead. The officials reluctantly allowed him to enter the ring. As Elijah walked toward Midnight Fury, flashbacks flooded his mind. Naomi's laughter, his father's wisdom, the life he had lost. His hands trembled not from fear of the horse, but from fear of failing the one thing he once loved most. Midnight Fury stomped violently as Elijah approached. The crowd held its breath. Then Elijah did something no one expected. He removed the saddle. Gasps echoed through the arena. He whispered softly into the horse's ear and gently placed his forehead against Midnight Fury's face. Tears filled Elijah's eyes as he noticed scars hidden beneath the horse's mane, proof of years of abuse. The horse had not been wild. It had been broken by cruel people, and Elijah understood that pain better than anyone. He climbed onto Midnight Fury bareback. For 3 terrifying seconds, nothing happened. Then the horse exploded into motion. It bolted across the arena like a hurricane. Dust swallowed everything. The crowd screamed as Midnight Fury jumped fences, twisted violently, and sprinted towards steel barricades. Elijah held on with pure instinct, whispering calming words through clenched teeth. 30 seconds passed, then 40, then 50. The stadium stood frozen. People who had mocked Elijah were now crying. At 58 seconds, Midnight Fury suddenly stopped. Elijah nearly flew forward, but instead of throwing him off, the horse slowly lowered itself onto its knees, then bowed its head. The entire arena fell silent before erupting into thunderous applause so loud it shook the bleachers. Elijah had done the impossible. He had not conquered the horse. He had healed it. As officials prepared his $1.05 million check, Elijah shocked everyone again. He refused the money. The crowd gasped. Elijah announced he wanted only one thing: ownership of Midnight Fury. He explained that no amount of money could compare to saving a soul that had suffered like his own. The billionaire event sponsor was so moved that he gave Elijah both the horse and the full prize money. But the story didn't end there. Months later, reporters found Elijah living on a rebuilt ranch in Oklahoma. Instead of spending his fortune on luxury cars or mansions, he created a rehabilitation center for abused horses and struggling veterans battling trauma, addiction, and homelessness. He called it Naomi's Promise Ranch. Men who had once slept under bridges now learned how to care for rescued animals. Broken veterans found peace. Horses once destined for slaughter found loving homes. And at the front gate stood Midnight Fury, calm, proud, and free. One day, a young boy visiting the ranch asked Elijah what made the horse trust him when no one else could. Elijah smiled with tears in his eyes and looked toward the sunset. Because broken souls recognize each other. And sometimes healing begins when someone finally understands your pain. Years later, when Elijah passed away peacefully in his sleep, thousands attended his funeral. Ranchers, veterans, homeless families, and children lined the roads for miles. Midnight Fury, now old and gray, stood near Elijah's grave and refused to leave until sunrise. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who believes in miracles, and subscribe for more emotional stories that restore faith in humanity. And before this story ends, comment below with one word: hope, if you believe no life is ever too broken to be rebuilt. Because sometimes the world laughs at people it doesn't understand. Sometimes greatness hides behind torn clothes. And sometimes the person everyone ignores is the one chosen to perform a miracle. 2 years after Elijah Turner became a national hero, people still traveled from across America just to see Naomi's Promise Ranch. News channels called it a miracle ranch. Social media called Elijah the homeless cowboy who became a millionaire. But Elijah hated those titles because people still misunderstood what truly happened that day. They thought his story was about sudden wealth. They thought Midnight Fury made him rich. They thought winning the competition saved him. The truth was far deeper. Elijah often said the real miracle happened the night he chose not to end his life. Months before the Texas Challenge, Elijah had reached his lowest point. He had no family left, no money, and no hope. Whoa! One freezing winter night, he sat alone under a bridge in Dallas with nothing but Naomi's old photograph in his hand. He hadn't eaten in 2 days. Rain poured through cracks in the concrete above him. Cars passed overhead while the world moved on without noticing him. That night, Elijah believed everyone would be better off if he disappeared forever. As he sat there in complete darkness, he noticed a small, trembling dog crawling toward him. The animal was badly injured, its leg bleeding, ribs visible beneath its skin. Someone had clearly abused and abandoned it. The dog collapsed near Elijah and looked at him with terrified eyes. Elijah stared at that broken animal and saw himself. He wrapped the dog in his coat and carried it nearly 3 miles through freezing rain to an emergency veterinary clinic. The receptionist initially refused to help because Elijah had no money, but Elijah begged on his knees until one young veterinarian agreed to save the dog. The dog survived. The veterinarian, Dr. Sarah Michelle, later found Elijah sitting outside the clinic waiting for updates. She brought him food and coffee and asked why he cared so much about a stray animal when he could barely survive himself. Elijah simply said that pain should never be ignored just because it belongs to something powerless. That sentence changed Sarah forever. She helped Elijah find temporary shelter and offered him part-time work cleaning animal stalls at her clinic. It wasn't much money, but it gave him dignity again. Elijah named the rescued dog Grace, and she stayed by his side everywhere he went. Then one afternoon, Sarah told Elijah about a dangerous horse arriving in Texas that no one could control. That horse was Midnight Fury. After Elijah's famous victory, Naomi's Promise Ranch became a sanctuary unlike anything people had ever seen. Veterans struggling with PTSD worked alongside former addicts. Abandoned teenagers learned responsibility by caring for rescued horses. Widows grieving their spouses found healing through nature. Every person who entered the ranch carried invisible scars. And somehow, Midnight Fury seemed to understand them all. The once feared horse became famous for approaching people during emotional breakdowns. He would quietly rest his head on their shoulders as they cried. Therapists at the ranch called it extraordinary. Visitors called it spiritual. Elijah simply called it love. But success brought new enemies. A wealthy businessman named Randall Pierce claimed Midnight Fury had been stolen from him. He filed lawsuits demanding ownership of the horse and part of Elijah's fortune. Randall was ruthless and powerful. He hired investigators to dig into Elijah's past, exposing painful details about his homelessness and addiction. News outlets began questioning whether Elijah deserved his success. Donations to the ranch dropped. Staff feared they would lose everything. Randall eventually made Elijah a cruel offer. If Elijah surrendered Midnight Fury quietly, he would drop all lawsuits and leave the ranch alone. Elijah refused immediately. But weeks later, disaster struck. A massive wildfire spread across Oklahoma, racing toward Naomi's Promise Ranch. Flames consumed miles of land in hours. Families evacuated in panic. Emergency crews warned Elijah there wasn't enough time to save every animal. Smoke filled the sky as workers desperately loaded horses into trailers. Children cried. Veterans ran through burning fields trying to save trapped animals. Then they realized Midnight Fury was missing. The horse had escaped his stable during the chaos. Elijah ignored firefighters and ran directly into the burning hills searching for him. Flames surrounded him. Trees collapsed. Smoke burned his lungs. Then he found Midnight Fury standing beside a frightened little girl trapped near a fallen fence. She had become separated from her family during evacuation. The horse had stayed with her instead of fleeing. Elijah fought through fire, rescued the child, and led Midnight Fury back through collapsing fields just seconds before flames swallowed the area behind them. The rescue made national headlines. When the little girl's family shared how Midnight Fury saved their daughter's life, public support exploded. Donations flooded the ranch. Randall Pierce's reputation collapsed as former employees exposed his history of abusing animals. He was eventually arrested for fraud and animal cruelty. Naomi's Promise Ranch grew larger than Elijah ever imagined. They opened free counseling centers, built homes for homeless families, created scholarships for children who aged out of foster care. And Grace, the injured dog who once saved Elijah's life by giving him a reason to keep going, lived happily on the ranch until her final days. When she passed away, Elijah buried her beneath a large oak tree and placed a simple stone that read, "She rescued me first." Years later, Elijah was invited to speak at a major national event honoring humanitarians. Wealthy celebrities, politicians, and business leaders filled the room expecting a polished speech. Elijah walked onto the stage in simple cowboy boots and held Naomi's photograph in his hands. He told the audience that the world often ignores broken people because their pain feels uncomfortable to witness. But every homeless person has a story. Every angry animal has a wound. Every struggling soul is fighting battles invisible to others. He reminded them that compassion costs nothing, but can save everything. The entire audience stood in tears. When Elijah grew old, he spent most mornings sitting beside Midnight Fury in peaceful silence as the sun rose over the ranch. Their hair had both turned gray. Their scars had both faded. One cold winter morning, ranch workers found Elijah sitting peacefully beside Midnight Fury under Naomi's favorite oak tree. Elijah had passed away quietly in his sleep with one hand resting on Midnight Fury's neck. Midnight Fury stood there for hours, refusing to move. At Elijah's funeral, thousands gathered once again. Veterans saluted him. Children released white balloons into the sky. Former homeless men carried his casket. And as it was lowered into the ground beside Naomi and Grace, Midnight Fury let out a cry so powerful that many people in attendance broke down sobbing. If this story moved you, please like this video, share it with someone who believes compassion can change lives, and subscribe for more stories that inspire hope. And before you go, comment "A second chances matter" if you believe even the most broken lives can become beautiful again. Because sometimes miracles don't happen in palaces, sometimes they begin under bridges, in broken hearts, and in the quiet bond between two souls the world gave up on.